Our mission was actually dubbed back when I was there a few years ago the most sickly mission in all the states. And so don't be surprised if you get there and you get sick right away. First thing not to do is drink the tap water. Hard thing is you can't avoid it completely because the members cook with the tap water unless they boil it out, which sometimes they don't. Unfortunately, you'll probably end up getting some sort of parasite on your mission. I had 3 different types of tapeworms and 2 amoebas at one point, and I had to go to the hospital because my skin was twitching, and so it was kind of crazy. I had to, wash my hair with a special soap, wash my body with a special soap and lotion, so topical stuff, and on top of that, I was on some medication. And ever since then, I've not been the same. A lot of diarrhea elders have, some sicknesses I can't really tell you about because they're pretty bad. Malaria is pretty prevalent still. This elder, when I got transferred into this house I went to, he had malaria. He got malaria in that home. And actually, recently he went to the dedication of the temple, got a different strain of malaria again. So, and he was only there for a week. So it's really hard to do any of that kind of stuff. Dengue is another thing. You get dengue fever. Basically, this kind of larva that's in the. You got to be careful to make sure your box is clean with the on top of the house where the water is. If you could get there, typically people in sanitation in Manaus come and check the homes just because they want to get rid of those diseases, and they check those boxes, make sure they have a lid, because that's how I got dengue. My first transfer, it was really bad, and I couldn't move. I was walking down the street. All of a sudden, I felt like I was getting paralyzed, and my back started hurting. Luckily, there was a chair somewhere, and I sat there, and I just kind of turned white and sat there until we had the strength enough to go to the house. And I got a blessing, and miraculously the next day, I was healed. And that was probably one of the first miracles. That was the first miracle I experienced in my mission, and realized that this is a really, really special place. The members there were just, shocked because everyone knew I had it, and they were bringing us dinner and trying to take care of us. But that's probably going to be your worst battle is going to be sickness, and you want to fight through it. You'll want to work hard, and you can't really don't wimp out if you have a little sniffle or something like that. But for the most part, you'll be sick a little bit. I mean, it depends on each missionary, but I obeyed all the rules with sanitation, and we have these big jugs of water, those 5-gallon bottles of water you can get at the stores. You all get those, so you have to pay for those and get reimbursed. I don't know if that's how it works now, but you have those. You drink out of those all the time. As long as you clean your house, I think you'll be safe for the most part. Where I was, at least, part of my mission, I had to my belt and my shoes I have to scuff down just with the sponge, or else mildew would grow on them. And so that was kind of bizarre, but you'll get mildew growing everywhere. And yeah, everything, it grows quick. There's bugs everywhere. Cockroaches probably like this big, just flying too. It's just kind of bizarre, but you get that. But as far as sanitation, the sewage system is kind of bad, so it smells a little funky around Brazil, Manaus. Everything drains into the big river in Manaus, the 2 rivers, Rio Solimões and Rio Negro, which make the Amazon River. They join up, and that's actually one of the famous spots, and one of the biggest famous spots in Brazil, because even though the one river's black and the other river's brown, they'll meet up, and for a few miles, they don't mix actually. So it's the Amazon River, but they don't mix at all. It's kind of cool to see. I used to live really close to it, so every day I would see it. But other sanitation, yeah, just water comes and goes, power comes and goes. Make sure to have a functioning fan at all times, if possible, if the power's on. And mosquito net's a lifesaver. Don't ever take it off. I had a missionary companion that decided he was sick of sleeping in there. And one day he just took it off, and the next morning there was some sort of like tarantula spider on his bedpost. And so he was freaking out. It was hilarious. I woke up, I was like, what's going on? So that was that. And you'll get all sorts of um, bugs and critters in your house. That same house, we had a iguana. Like, for some reason, they didn't complete the top part of the house, so you have the roof and ceiling, and this gap around the whole house, about maybe 6 inches wide around the whole and long or high around the whole house. And so we'd see mice crawling up and down the wood. um, that iguana, I was studying on my bed, just kind of reading personal studies, some scriptures on P-Day. And then I hear this scream, and my other companion, this iguana about this big, landed on his desk. And so you get all sorts of funny experiences like that all the time. I had a cat randomly come in our house once, a pigeon. So just bizarre, random things that would never happen normally. A bat once, that was fun. It's scary. You don't want to get bit by a bat, so we got rid of it. Yeah, as long as you obey the mission rules, for the most part, you'll be fine. But you'll get sick. That's just part of the mission. Just get used to it, and your faith will be strengthened for it, I think. As long as you pray and have that faith that things will be fine, they will be, and you'll be able to have a lot of opportunities to bless others and see that priesthood power grow.